Hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So last year in November, I was really curious about some indie perfumes. I love buying expensive perfumes and affordable perfumes, but I kind of also want to support small businesses that create perfumes and also see if there's more creativity in them, because it's not necessarily supposed to be mass appealing. So I went on Etsy and I've searched for perfume makers, and I've found three which I was curious about their perfumes. So I think it's going to be a mini series of indie perfumes. This is not sponsored. The perfume makers don't even know that I'm going to review their perfumes. This is my opinion only, and if I judge or don't like a certain perfume, it doesn't mean that the perfume isn't good. It's just perfumes are more subjective, and this is only my opinion. Other people may like it. So, without further ado, let's get into the first perfume house slash small business, let's say. When I ordered in November, they were called Cloud9 Scent. And now that I checked to see if they got anything new, I saw that they changed the store's name to Soap Story Shop. So if you are interested, then you can search them on Etsy. So I've ordered three perfumes to try. It came very cute. I love buying from Etsy because people usually put a lot of effort into packing your order and giving you a very nice handmade experience, which when you buy perfumes that are produced in millions of units, you don't get that personal and a thought out item. So they came in this bag, and also I got a sample which I'll review in this video also. And everybody loves getting samples. The first perfume that I'll review is Sugar Berry Shake. So all of these are regular perfumes, not perfume oils. And some of the houses, the small companies, they have perfume oils, and some has regular perfumes. So those are regular. However, they are very concentrated. This is from only a tiny bit, and you can see how much oil there is in it. So if you're spraying your clothes, be careful because it's gonna stain. Sugar Berry Shake, you can probably guess that right off the bat. It smells like berries. It smells kind of creamy, but not coconut creamy, like more milky and a bit floral. When I ordered it, I was more into sweeter scents and gourmand scents. And 6 months later, I'm into different kind of scents right now. So it's a good one, but I'm not sure that I will buy a full bottle of it. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me like a fabric softener a bit. It's a creamy berry scent, and in the deep dry down, it kind of smells like vanilla ice cream. And kind of like cold milk. But I feel that it's kind of synthetic. And if you take perfumes that are like Yara or Kiss of Pink, they're not exactly the same, but I feel like it's their cousin, and I don't want to smell like that. It's not bad. If you like gourmand and fruity kind of gourmands, then you probably love it. For me, I think I'm going to just use this sample and not gonna buy bigger bottle. Longevity and sillage. So sillage is medium soft. It kind of can get cloying if you overspray, and it's a bit smelling synthetic, or it kind of can get suffocating, especially in summer. Longevity, I don't think it's amazing. I think you can smell it for 2 hours and it kind of dies down to a skin scent. I would rate it 6 out of 10. If you like the DNA of this kind of milky, fruity, shaky, young, girly girl type of scent, then you would love it. The next perfume that I've got from this house is called Cherry Dream. By the way, all the liquid got really dark, except in one of them. So, Cherry Dream, I was kind of curious, but when it came, I was a bit disappointed because in my mind, I wanted something different than it was in real life. And as I'm finding out and smelling more and more cherry perfumes, I kind of realize I don't like cherry in perfumes. I like the idea of it. I like cherries in real life, but in perfume, no. Cherry Dream. Initial spray, I really like it. It smells like a cherry popsicle. A bit sour and sweet and makes my mouth water. It's like I'm smelling the ice. And then after 2 to 5 minutes, the cherry starting to smell like vape juice. You know, in the electronic cigarettes, you get juice in all sort of flavors. So cherry flavored vape juice. I think there's tobacco. Maybe it's not in the notes. By the way, I will add the notes to all of the perfumes. So from cherry popsicle, it kind of changes to cherry vape juice. A bit tobacco-y. I don't think that it mentioned in the notes, but I'm positive there's some oud in it because the deep dry down, it smells kind of like Arabian perfume with cherry and oud. I kind of don't like this combination, and this is more of a winter perfume. It kind of smells cheap to me, this combination of cherry and oud. The initial spray, the cherry popsicle, is amazing. If it would have stayed for the majority of the time this scent exactly, I would get the biggest bottle they got. However, the cherry, tobacco, and oud, no, I don't like this combination. Could be maybe even a bit of amber. I don't think the scent profile is original. There's a lot of perfumes with maybe not the same notes, but they give the exact same vibe. And I think it's kind of more masculine leaning. This kind of scent I would prefer on a man than on me. On me, it kind of gives me a dirty and sweaty feeling. Like I was out all night, drinking, partying, smoking cigarettes, and it's 7 in the morning and my makeup is trashed. I don't like it, but other people can love it. So that really depends. What do you like? Longevity and projection. Projection is kind of soft. Although those are bold notes, it's not very strong. Also, I don't think it lasts more than 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. So overall, I would rate Cherry Dream 6 out of 10. I don't think it's super original. I do like that it has some transition. The dry down is completely different than the initial spray, but I don't like this scent profile, so I don't think it's a bad perfume. You need to like this kind of scent and be open for this kind of change from sweet and childish maybe to grown up and nighttime. So the third sample that I've ordered is called Papyrus, and this is very different from what I used to like. And I was curious. This scent is supposed to evoke the feeling of old books, library, ink, dark academia type of thing. And I like this kind of vibe, maybe on my real life and not necessarily on the type of perfumes that I used to like, because I used to like loud perfumes or very gourmand, sweet, edible perfumes. So this is very different. And what do you know? Opposite attract. I love it. So it smells very fresh, something like maybe lemongrass or verbena. Very green with tiny bit of citrus, lemony, and then it kind of turned into something more peppery. And there's definitely musk in it. And I think that the liquid is clear, and usually musk kind of is clear and the liquid stays more clear when it has musk in it over time, and the other bottles got darker. So it also has sesame notes in it, and when I got it, I didn't smell it. And now it's not very prominent, but there's this warm, a bit oily, kind of grain type of scent. And there's something that I would call ink scent, like a bit bitter, but I think it's beautiful. I think this type of scent is kind of the vibe of diptyque. I think it's very creative. It's very different than what I usually wear. It's absolutely unisex. I think it's even more masculine leaning, but it's not super aftershavey or kind of manly type of scent. It's more of a your skin but better type of scent for a man. For a clean man. Clean boy aesthetic. I love it. I think I'm going to buy a bigger bottle. In my collection, it is very unique. I don't have anything that smells like it. Longevity, also, I would say it's not very long lasting. I would say around 2-3 hours on clothes, maybe a bit more. It's not a strong scent to begin with. It's kind of a clean in an effortless way. I would rate this perfume, I think 9 out of 10. I would like it longer lasting. I don't need it to be stronger, but I would like to smell it for 5 hours after that I applied it. The last perfume that I'm going to review is the sample that I've got, and it is called Fairy Muse. When I got it, right off the bat, let me tell you, those tiny dabbers are really a humbling experience. So this is La Vie Belle, but the black currant in here is more prominent than in La Vie Belle. Also, when I check the notes, they are almost identical. And in this one, they don't say there's patchouli in it, but I smell patchouli. And also, when there's patchouli in perfume, usually it gets this kind of a orangey, pinky color. And I'm positive there's patchouli in it. So I do like it. However, I have La Vie Belle and I don't want another dupe or perfume that smells almost like it. And this is real good. I mean, creating La Vie Belle at home when the berries are even more amplified, that's some good work. So overall, I was impressed by Soap Story Shop, and I do recommend you check it out, check her store out on Etsy. And out of the 4 perfumes I tried, I'm almost positive that I'm going to buy a full bottle of the Papyrus, and I really love it. So good job. Let me know down in the comments if you tried indie perfumes, and that will be it. And stay tuned because I've tried 2 more houses, 2 more companies, small businesses. I will see you in the next video. Bye.